It's not unusual for me to ask the question, can this run Minecraft? And I can't help but wonder, could the world's greatest game run on this Barbie pink Nintendo DS? I mean, I'm more an Oppenheimer kind of guy anyway. The movie, not the person. It's hard to believe, but the original DS was released in 2004. That's almost 20 years ago, and I was obsessed with it as a kid. I was mad impressed by the crazy things you could do with a modified DS. You could make music, emulate a bunch of classic games and consoles, and even use the DS as a phone. Wait, what? So I want to put this DS Lite to the test. How far can we push it? Could it run my favorite game, Portal? And most importantly, I want to find out, can Minecraft run on this 18-year-old Nintendo DS? Alright, to make all this happen, we need to mod this Nintendo DS. What could go wrong? By the way, if this is all new to you like it is for me, I've got some helpful terminology to get you started. Apps and games that are made unofficially for consoles like the Wii and DS are typically referred to as homebrewed. And this is how I plan to get Minecraft to work. Historically, Nintendo aren't the biggest fans of people modding their devices and running unofficial software. But this is for science. Oppenheimer may have invented the nuclear bomb, but I installed Minecraft on a 24-year-old iMac. This whole channel is just ridiculous. This whole channel is ridiculous. Modding a DS seems pretty simple, and luckily for me, there's a plethora of info on how to do it. Hey Siri, what's a plethora? To mod a DS, you'll need something like this. This is called a flash card, and if I'm honest, I wasn't sure what to look for and which one to buy. But by the power of Daddy Bezos, this flash card arrived on my doorstep. The flash card has a micro SD card slot, which is how we're going to load up these homebrewed apps and games. Can you imagine Portal on a Nintendo DS? And by the way, I've left a few links below if you want to try this out for yourself. I am not an authority on this subject matter. Look at me, I'm a potato. All the videos I watched made it sound super easy to mod a DS. You get a flash card, you throw it in your DS, and you're good to go. But I guess like with anything new, I struggled. I don't know what I missed, but I couldn't get the DS to load up the flash card. Well, a simple video guide later, and I realized I needed a few extra files to get this thing to work. A bunch of these videos recommended a few sites for this type of card. Yeah, I had no idea there were different kinds of flash cards, and each different kind needs a different set of files to run. I went to a bunch of these sketchy looking sites, but I couldn't get any of these files to load on the DS, which probably means I have the wrong files. I can feel the entire homebrew community judging me right now. But then I noticed, on this flash card itself there was a website. At first it didn't load, but eventually I was able to download the files onto my SD card. That's all I needed to do. For real. That's all it takes to homebrew a DS. And this is where the fun begins. With the DS modded, we can now try out a few third-party games. I feel like the first thing I need to try is Doom. It's kind of like a rite of passage. Okay. Yeah, look, we took an L with Doom, but we know it runs on everything, so let's power on and try out a classic, Flappy Bird. Hey, there it is. I am atrociously bad at this game. Just... come on, man. One. I just need to get past one. I got one. Yeah, it turns out I have no idea how to play Flappy Bird, but there's one game I do know how to play, and that is the dinosaur game. Ah man, this brings back memories. Oh. And hey, I'm not doing too bad. I wanted a DS so bad when I was a kid, so I could mess around with making music. First, let's try an app called OP1. I'm pretty sure it's based off the Teenage Engineering Synthesizer recorder thing. It's got a few built-in synthesizers and like drum kit sounds that you can record to tape. I have no idea how to use it, but it's pretty sick. I tried out a few more music apps, but honestly, the speakers on this DS are cooked. So let's play some more games. But these aren't just any games. These are emulators of a bunch of old consoles on the DS. Like for example, this NES emulator. So let's load up Super Mario Bros. Yes, let's go. Okay, here we go. Hey, let's go. Woo, baby. Man, that's good on the DS. I'm just glad I made it through a whole level this time. Look, there's a ton of throwback games you can play using an emulator on the DS, but honestly, trying to find all of those games can be a little sketchy. So let's try out a faithful recreation of one of my favorite games of all time. Aperture Science DS, or Portal DS. I know, freaking out of control. No. It's like two parts of my childhood coming together. What the heck, man? Now this DS version isn't a complete remake. All the levels are custom made, but the core physics and mechanics of Portal are exactly the same. Are you telling me I can play Portal on a 20-year-old Nintendo DS? And we are yet to hear from Valve any news about a new Portal. Valve, what are you doing, man? I know you're busy, but... How do I pick that up? How do I pick you up, sir? Okay, not gonna lie, I had to Google how to pick up items. Nope, 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 don't drop in. There we go, come on. I will say the controls aren't supernatural. Supernatural? Super normal. They're not super normal controls. No. Flip. Okay, look, yes, it's got its flaws, but to be fair, it hasn't been updated in like 7 years, and it's pretty incredible that someone built this from the ground up. Now, Portal DS is literally crazy, but could you run Minecraft just like this on the DS? Well, you've made it this far, so clearly the answer is yes. But before we get to that, there could be a version that makes more sense for the DS. Yo, by the way, if you're digging this video, hit that subscribe button. Become a legend. This is Mine DS. And it's not exactly a Minecraft clone, you'll see why in a second. As you can probably tell with the DS and 3D games, you don't have a lot of controls, a lot of options to look around, which makes playing 3D games a little bit difficult. So what better way to play Minecraft on a DS than in 2D? Is this just Terraria now? Look at those legs go. It's crazy how well this works, and honestly it feels like it's native to the DS, like this was a game made for the DS back in the day. But what's up, boys? Hey, I don't want to cause any trouble. I wonder what crafting is like. So I can switch the screen. Okay, that makes sense. So I do crafting. I'm not gonna lie, most of this process is just button mashing until I can work out what the crap I need to do. Hey, there we go. Okay, we got a pickaxe. Alright, I've got all my sheep friends coming with me. How far down does this go? We found diamonds, boys. We found diamonds. Excuse me, sir. Leave me alone. Wait, I'm dying. So dope, dude. Shout out to this developer, because holy dooly. What a wild remake. That is crazy. But man, do I miss the expansive 3D world of Minecraft. And that's when DS Craft enters the chat. I do not know what to expect, man. Yes, let's go. This is outrageous. What the heck? The controls are super similar to Portal DS. This is so well made, what the heck? I don't think this has been updated in a few years as well, but man, the fact that it just runs, no dramas, no massive glitches. Alright, let's build our little house here. Hey, I'm getting the hang of it now, that's not bad. It has glass and everything, what the heck? A masterpiece. And honestly, I can't tell what's more impressive. The fact that this almost 20-year-old gaming console can handle a game like this, or that someone was able to create this from the ground up, on a console with so many limitations. I can't even imagine the amount of time and hard work that went into creating this. It's actually so inspiring. Man, that is so wild. I would have loved this as a kid. This would have blown my mind as a young lad. Flip me, that's cool. That is so dope. That is so dope.